Hi, it's Katrina. Some places are so beautiful and enchanting they seem purely fictional, as if you're being whisked away to a world that only exists in dreams. From castles and quaint medieval towns to natural wonders that seem too vivid to be real, here are 9 fairy tale places that actually exist. Number 9. Colmar, France. Colmar is an enchanting medieval city that looks straight out of a fairy tale. Located in the Alsace region of northeastern France near the German border, it's famous for its well-preserved medieval beauty, featuring cobblestone streets, colorful half-timber houses, a little Venice canal, and historic churches and landmarks, including a library. I love libraries, don't you? As travel blogger Erin from Neverending Voyage pointed out, the city's culture contains a mixture of German and French elements. For example, the architecture is distinctly Germanic, but the buildings are fitted with French shutters. Travelers say that it is so pretty that it doesn't feel real. The neatly rowed, colorful houses are adorned with flowers and wrought iron lamps. The most famous house, known as the Adolf House, is believed to be the oldest, dating back to the first half of the 13th century. Stepping into Colmar is like stepping back in time. The city is designed for pedestrians and offers visitors an opportunity to get away from the hustle and bustle of modern life. Are you feeling it yet? It's also a great destination for wine lovers. Colmar is one of the driest cities in France, making it ideal for wine production and earning it a reputation as the capital of the Alsatian wine region. Number 8. Avenue of the Baobabs, Madagascar. The Avenue of the Baobabs is a collection of gigantic ancient trees lining a dirt highway in western Madagascar. They once were part of a dense forest, but due to massive deforestation, they are now part of a grassy, mostly empty landscape. Deforestation is a huge problem in Madagascar due to illegal logging and slash-and-burn agriculture. The rare trees are also at risk of getting struck by lightning and also from cyclones that hit the west coast of Madagascar every year. There are around 25 baobabs lining the 853-foot avenue. They can live to be 800 years old, reaching a diameter of up to 36 feet and a height of 98 feet. Sunrise and sunset are reportedly the best times to visit the majestic trees that tower imposingly over the sparse landscape, almost like from another planet. Efforts are being made to preserve the Avenue of the Baobabs, which stands to become Madagascar's first natural monument. And now for number 7. But first, want to give a quick shout out to Gacha Fan. They were not only early, but it looks like you woke up from a bad dream and started watching Origins Explained. Hopefully this video will help and give you nice fairy tale magical dreams from now on. Number 7. Neuschwanstein Castle. Nicknamed the Fairy Tale Castle, Neuschwanstein Castle is near the town of Füssen in Bavaria, Germany. It sits among the Bavarian Alps atop a hill overlooking the Hohenschwangau Valley in a landscape of unparalleled beauty. I'm sorry, my German's not that great. It is one of the most popular of all the palaces and castles in Europe. Neuschwanstein Castle was commissioned as a retreat for King Ludwig II of Bavaria. The Shy King built the castle as a tribute to his favorite composer Richard Wagner and paid for it from his own fortune, and when that was gone, he went into extreme debt. Known as the Fairy Tale King or the Mad King, depending on who you asked, he loved music but hated public life and by all accounts was a bit odd. His passions were palaces, castles, music, and art. One day, King Ludwig went for a walk on the banks of a lake of a palace garden and was never seen again. It is believed his advisors conspired to have him deposed, and when it didn't work, they got rid of him. The castle is a testament to his love for beauty, and although the elaborate interior of Neuschwanstein Castle was inspired by medieval architecture, it was equipped with modern technology. It was heated and had running water and flushing toilets, which were supplied by a nearby spring. Over 1.3 million people flock to the castle annually to indulge in its storybook appeal. It's one of Germany's most visited castles, and even served as the inspiration for the Sleeping Beauty Castle at Disneyland and Cinderella's Castle, as well as many other architectural marvels around the world. Doesn't get more magical than that. Number 6. Las Lajas Sanctuary. Perhaps it is a surprise that Las Lajas Sanctuary is not that well known compared to other places I'm going to tell you about. Commonly referred to as a miracle of God in the abyss, it is a Roman Catholic basilica nestled in a forested gorge in Colombia near the city of Ipiales. close to the border with Ecuador. It stands 328 feet high above the Guaitara River and connects two sides of a ravine via a 164-foot-tall bridge. The neo-Gothic cathedral took 33 years to build against the magnificent backdrop of the surrounding green cliffs and waterfalls. Part of the wall is the stone wall of the canyon. You may wonder why Lajas Sanctuary was built in such an inconvenient location. It wasn't because of the spectacular scenery. That's just a bonus. In 1754, an Amerindian woman and her daughter were caught in a terrible storm. As they tried to seek shelter from the storm in the gorge, they looked up and saw the image of the Virgin Mary in the rocks above. At that moment, the woman's daughter was cured of her deafness and inability to speak. The first shrine was built a few years later, and soon it began to grow as pilgrims arrived and collected donations. As time passed, more miracles happened at the chapel, eventually inspiring the construction of the present-day basilica. The current basilica was built between 1916 and 1949 and was officially designated a minor basilica by the Catholic Church. It looks right out of a magical story, doesn't it? Number 5. Pamukkale. The name Pamukkale means cotton castle and refers to the white, cottony appearance of a natural hot spring in southwestern Turkey. Pamukkale has been known as a spa town since the Roman era, owing to its mineral-rich hot springs and travertines. The cotton cliffs are a hardened calcium biocarbonate structure that cascades over the local cliffs like dripping candle wax. It might look like cotton, but it's pretty hard stuff. There are 17 terraced thermal pools that are fed from carbon dioxide-rich underground caves that are heated by volcanoes. Its bizarre, shiny white appearance is the byproduct of heat and carbon dioxide rising from the steaming pools and leaving behind gel-like calcium carbonate deposits that harden into travertines. The Romans recognized the benefits of the mineral baths in relieving conditions such as asthma, arthritis, and digestive issues, as well as the therapeutic relaxation. Now you can bathe in the mineral-rich waters just like the Romans did. The ancient Greco-Roman city of Hierapolis is located near the pools and contains its own thermal baths, as well as the Hierapolis Archaeology Museum and numerous ruins. Pamukkale and Hierapolis were designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1988. Have any of you been there? Do you recommend it? Let me know in the comments below. Number 4. Church of Andrew the Apostle. In Russia's Vuoksa River north of St. Petersburg stands a miniature wooden church situated on an almost equally small megalithic stone island that barely rises out of the water. Tucked away in an isolated part of the river and surrounded by trees, it looks like a secret forest hideaway straight out of a medieval storybook. The Church of Andrew the Apostle is an Orthodox Christian church designed by Russian architect Andrei Rotanov. It's much newer than it looks and was built in 2000. Its design was inspired by the Church of the Ascension at Kolomenskoye, a 16th century wooden tent-roofed church that was once part of the imperial estate. The Church of Andrew the Apostle occupies almost the entire island it sits on and is only reachable by boat. It's rumored to be the world's only church built on a tiny island, a claim that is believable but unconfirmed. There are supposedly plans in the works to build a bridge to the island. The church is not used regularly but is available by appointment for weddings and baptisms. Number 3. Wisteria Tunnel. At Kawachi Fuji Gardens in Japan, there's a pastel-colored passageway that looks as if it's meant for a fairy tale wedding. The tunnel is lined with 150 wisteria plants of 20 different species in shades of white, pink, purple, blue, and violet. The best time to visit is during the Wisteria Festival, which is held during the blooming season in late April or early May. Visiting outside of blooming season means you'll probably encounter a disappointing mass of twisted branches. Kawachi Fuji Gardens is roughly 5 hours from Tokyo by high-speed train. If you don't want to travel that far, Ashikaga Flower Park is just 2 hours from Tokyo and is Japan's largest wisteria garden. There are over 350 wisteria trees at Ashikaga Flower Park, some of which are 150 years old, as well as vibrant seasonal flowers. The park's Flower Garden of Lights illumination display is a hit among visitors and has been ranked by Night View critics as the best illumination display in Japan. Number 2. Rainbow Mountains. While these may look like regular mountains from afar, as you get closer, you can see that the colors get more and more beautiful. These mountains are a geological wonder of the world and are known for their coloring, which looks like someone took a paintbrush and painted a rainbow directly onto the mountains. Located in the Zhangyi Danxia Landform Geological Park in China, it has been named a UNESCO World Heritage Site and is now a hugely popular travel destination for tourists and trekkers. So how did it get its incredible coloring? The mountains are composed of sand and silt with many different kinds of minerals and iron that are responsible for creating the colors we see today. Weathering and erosion took away the sedimentary rock and exposed the different formations, then chemistry did the rest. If you really want to go, be careful not to be disappointed. These mountains are beautiful, no doubt, but people do have a tendency to over-exaggerate just how good they look by saturating the color using Photoshop. If you want to see exactly how they look, be sure you're looking on an official website or just go in person. There are other rainbow mountain ranges in other parts of the world too, like Peru. Just be careful to check the weather before you go. Number 1. Angel Falls. Located in Venezuela's Canaima National Park, Angel Falls is the world's highest, uninterrupted waterfall. It flows from the summit of a tabletop mountain called the Ayuan Tepui into Devil's Canyon, 3,212 feet below, 15 times the height of Niagara Falls, and often above the clouds. The waterfall is surrounded by various others, which flow into a mineral-stained lagoon with sandy beaches. Due to its remote location and fears among the local indigenous people that there were bad spirits there, Angel Falls was not officially discovered until 1933, when an American gold prospector named James Crawford Angel flew by overhead and noticed the spectacular natural wonder. Angel was so awestruck by the falls, he returned there in 1937 with his wife and some friends. His plane got stuck in the mud, forcing them to hike back to civilization. After trekking for 11 days, they finally reached a small village. Word spread about the falls, which were subsequently named after Angel. The site became protected in 1994 when Canaima National Park was named a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Canaima can only be accessed by air. To reach Angel Falls from there, visitors must fly or take a boat. The falls reduce to a trickle and sometimes dry up between December and April, so the best time to visit is between May and November. This may look familiar to you as it was the inspiration behind Paradise Falls from the movie Up, and a spectacular vision of an explorer's dream. Thanks for watching! Have you ever been to any of these places? Which ones would you want to visit? Let me know in the comments below. They are definitely on my bucket list. Remember to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you soon. Bye!